Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Thursday, guys. It's Thirsty Thursday, January the 4th, 2024. Hope you guys had a good day. I had a pretty good day, very busy day. I had planned on posting before the GH 60th anniversary. Let's just say my timing skills are not the greatest. But I did get to watch the show. I hope you guys got to watch the show. Let me know what your favorite parts was of the show in the comments, if you don't mind. Mine was the Jason. He's coming back. Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back. I did like the Jackie Zeman tribute too. That was beautiful. It was a pretty good show. I wish we could have seen more older classic scenes. They could have spent more time showing the scenes and showing us the actors, but I guess it's their show, so why not? But it was all in all good. But like I said, the highlights was the Jackie part, and of course Mr. Jason. When I seen Carly come out and then Sam come out and they both had the leather on, and then Jason came out, I was like, that was a surprise. Everybody has been talking about the Jason coming back, but nobody's ever really been able to say for sure. And guess what? J-Dog is coming back. Anywho, let's get off of that and talk about today's show, shall we? Me and you guys have waited long enough. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you, new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I hope I earn your subscription. Thank you, current subscribers, for hanging tough and strong with me and not dropping me because I post sometimes too late, or I'm not always, agreeing with you guys, which I say y'all still holding strong with me, and I appreciate that. I really, truly appreciate the support. But like I said, let me know what your highlights was. I didn't say that, did I? I didn't say that. What were your highlights for General Hospital today? Any highs? Any lows? Any why the hell did they write it this way? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all let me know what your highlights was for today's show. I love your comments. I try to react to all of them. I really appreciate the comments. But let's spill some tea. So we're at the GH hospital, and Portia's doing the late shift. She's covering for another doctor, Dr. Patel. But as her and the nurse is talking, she's excited because she has big plans for the 2024. And we all know what her big plans is. Her honey getting his legs back. And while she's talking about those big plans, who wheels up but Mr. Curtis Ashford himself with a rose and some lemon donuts, her favorite that she wasn't sharing. And she's like, I haven't seen anybody so happy about working the late shift on New Year's Eve. And she's just like, I'm just happy to know that my honey gonna be walking soon. And he's like, yeah, I'm happy about that too. He says, but do you have any doubts? And she's like, doubts? I mean, doubts like what? And she's like, well, I mean, what if it doesn't work? Will you be upset? And she's like, no. I don't care if you're not walking. If you're just rolling around like a tadpole, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you regardless. I'm here for the winning circle. And we all know she is, because she couldn't wait for Jordan to step aside so she could jump in that man's pants. Anyway, where was I at? He tells her, well, I just want to be able to sweep my wife off her feet and make mad, passionate love to her all night long. All night, all night, all night long. And she says, baby, I just want to see your handsome smile. And that lets me know you love me. That's all I ever need. And I was like, oh, beautiful them. Moving along. I hope somebody does something fun soon, because they're starting to become boring. Moving along, we got Joss and Dex. And guys, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this part in the show too. I thought it was very awkward. If this was a different type of scene, and we got two young ladies coming home from New Year's Eve party by themselves, going to sleep drunk, passed out, and there's a strange man trying to get into their door with his keys, and he drunk. Yeah, now the door is locked, but still, I just thought this This was highly inappropriate. Anyway, Joss and Dex are coming back from a New Year's Eve party, and she's asking him, did he have a good time? Because he's starting to meet more in the circle of her friends. And he's like, baby, as long as I'm with you, I don't care. And you know what they was about to do. But, so they hear a jingling of the keys, and sure enough, it's Adam talking about what y'all doing in my room. And this boy didn't went. He's beyond. He's just beyond right now. And Josh is like, what the hell is wrong with you? Come in here before you fall. I'm like, push him back out the hallway and close the door. I'm sorry, guys. Dude is just weird, and he's just beyond. I mean, that's just, no. My daughter would have told me that, we would have had issues. I would have been mad as hell if some drunk boy trying to come in her room. Anywho, he tells her that he went to a frat party and got real drunk because his parents finally found out the truth. They peer pressured him. He told them everything, and they talked about the A- from, I think was something chemistry, organic chemistry, and the B+ and the B in anatomy. And Josh is like, those were the highest grades you could possibly get in those classes. Those instructors were hard. That's amazing that you got that high. And he says, well, not for my parents. My parents, they don't give a damn about that. I have to have top grades. And now since I don't have top grades, they're going to pull me out of PCU and make me go to a community college because they're not spending money on their failure son. I was like, well, damn. That is some fucked up shit. If the boy's doing what he can, I mean, it'd be different if he had C's and all he had was B's and C's and D's like Jocelyn. Nah, I'm just playing. She don't have that grades. But I'm like, damn. So he says, so I decided to go get drunk on some Tanti vodka stuff at a bar. And Joss gets the call from Drew about, she needs to get home and talk to her mom like now, right now. I just get here safely, but get here as soon as you can. And she's like, shit, I can't leave him here like this, Dex. Can you, keep an eye on him while I go over there? And Dex is like, well, I can just walk him to his room. She's like, nah. You keep an eye on him, and I'll see what's going on with my family. Thank you, baby, for doing that. And I'm like, Dex, I don't want to take care of this grown-ass baby boy. But anyway, Dex coming, and him and Adam, they actually do bond, and Dex shares about his, not all of his story about his family, but how his parents didn't accept him either, and how he had to finally get away from them by enlisting. And Adam's like, well, I ain't doing that. He's like, well, I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm telling you there's a big wide world out here that's bigger than your parents' judgment, and you just need to go out and experience it. And I promise you it's going to work out. And he was like, man, I thought you had it all together. He says, well, it took me some time to get here, but I did. And I'm my own man. And he's like, well, you can do it. I believe it. Because I did it, basically. So, he ends up tucking Adam in the bed like a big baby and him telling him, thank you. And Dex is like, yeah. I want to be with my girlfriend. Moving along, we're at the Porch Charles Grill, and we got Kev and Laura. And Laura Lou, my sweet queen, is thinking about the Spencer family, and she's mentioning her baby, talking about her babies, and how Lulu is in a coma, and how Lucky's just traveling the world and trying to find himself. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with Lucky? Don't he got a kid by Elizabeth? He do got a kid by Elizabeth. That's another deadbeat daddy. Lucky, why are you a deadbeat daddy? I know Elizabeth was a whore and you had to run away from her because of when she slept with your brother, but that don't mean you abandoned your son. Anywho, and she just saying how the Spencer family just keeps taking hits and hits and hits. And that's when she gets the call from Esme's babysitter saying that Esme is an hour late getting her son. And she's like, well, that's crazy. Esme hasn't called or said anything. I haven't heard anything from her. And funny enough, Esme is walking to the door because what did she say? I need a drink. So she comes in there only to get hot cocoa from her sweet Uncle Kev that treats her like she's a non-existent stranger. So Laura's like, oh, she's here, right here. What's going on? Where you been? And Esme's like, damn. What did Esme say? I forgot. I just had to play it. Okay. Sorry, guys. She apologizes and she talks to the babysitter, apologizes to Laura for what happened, and she said it'll never happen again. She's like, yeah, it just sounded like a miscommunication. She says, but what was going on? And she tells her, I went to Kevin brings her hot cocoa, which is so wild. Grown ass woman drinking hot cocoa, but that'll warm you up. And says, oh, I think you dropped your glove. And then Laura sees it, and she's like, I know that glove. And she says, and Esme says something about it, her dropping it somewhere. And she's like, oh yeah, I know you dropped it somewhere. You dropped it in Windermere. And she basically busts Esme out before Esme can even bust herself out. And Laura asks, well, what's she doing in Windermere? And Esme's eyes starts to twitch and shit. And she's like, well, I went in there because Elizabeth Weber told me that that's where Nicholas held me. And I escaped from there on Christmas Eve. I thought if I went back there, I would have a flash of memory. And then Laura's like, well, did you remember? And Esme's like, eyes twitching again. Well, no, I didn't remember anything. And then they talk about how she just got freaked out when she heard Laura in there, because Laura's like, well, you must have been in there when I was in there. She was like, yeah, I was in there, but I heard you and I got scared, and I thought I was going to go to jail, so I ran out. And then Laura spins it around and says, well, you're going to have to turn yourself in. Esme like, what, bitch? Yeah, that's a breaking and entering. I mean, the most she'll do, I'm pretty sure they won't keep you overnight. And the most she'll do is give you a fine, maybe do some community service. But that's breaking and entering, Esme. You should want to turn yourself in. That should make you feel better about what you did. And I'm thinking about the new improved Esme, because now she's both people. She's like, no, motherfucker. No, none of that makes me happy. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was figuring out myself. Esme feels no guilt about what she did. So it was so funny, her having to suck that in for Laura so that she couldn't be her normal self. And she's like, I can't go to jail. What about Ace? And she says, she said, I think you'll be, and Laura says, I think you'll get bail. You probably won't even spend the night. And she says, I thought you would understand. I do understand. But you do something bad, you have to deal with the consequences. Actions have consequences. You have to you have to stand up for what you did. You did something bad. You got to face up to it. You can't keep running from your problems. And she's like, I should have known better to trust you. I know that's what she wanted to say, to trust you. And Laura's like, yeah, you should have known better. You should have never broken into Windermere. That was foolish and stupid. And you could have called and told me what was going on. I hate you had a sorry night. But looky here. Tomorrow, I'll pick you up and we'll go to the PCPD together. And Esme like, oh, you'll do that? You'll go with me? And she was like, yeah, I got your back. And while she's sitting there talking, she says, your family, we all do crazy shit. She gets a call from Curtis telling her to come to the hospital ASAP. It's about her brother. We'll move along to Ava in the gallery, and we got Mr. Nick and we got Ava, and I guess Nick is trying to get back into Ava's panties. Yeah. I mean, I'm for it. I like them together. There was an odd couple, an odd pairing at the first, but I like how they play off each other, and I do like this this Nicholas. I like the other Nicholas more, but I can deal with this Nicholas. It's better than, I don't want him to keep trying to find a Nicholas, because I don't want him to get worse. You remember how many Mollys we had. But Nick wants to pay Esme back for ruining him and Ava's lives, and he wants Ava to help him. And Ava's like, what? Nah, bro, I'm not doing anything with you. You tried to take my daughter. He's like, look, I know I was an asshole and I was angry and I was bitter, but I was never gonna take Avery. I was never gonna take her. And he's like, besides, you left me for dead. left me for dead. You killed me, had a calm reflection about it, and then ditched my body and left me for dead. If anybody should be angry, it should be me. Look, we both made mistakes. Neither one of us is perfect. But I think it bring us even, give us some closure if we take Esme down. and Ava's like, so you just tell me the truth. Do you want to kill Esme or what? And he's like, no. Scout's honor. I don't want to kill Esme. And you can take my word to the bank. Can't trust me. Can't trust nobody. I'm like, we can't trust you, Nicholas. We can't trust you. You are untrustworthy. Okay? Oh my gosh. I hope Ava don't fall for his shenanigans, but I think she is. Cause Nick has a certain way with things, and Ava's gonna fall for it. I have a feeling. I know you don't like it, Kyrese. I know you love your Ava, but I do see Ava falling for Nick's shenanigans. And he's talking about, don't you want to get Esme back? And she's like, yeah, I want to get her back. A world without Esme would be better. He said, well, help me get rid of her. And she's like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I want you to throw a party. And she's like, throw a party? Why would you think Esme would come to my party? He's like, you're a very crafty woman. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'm going to give you a guest list, and I want you to throw a party. And she said, you don't want to hurt Esme at all? He said, no, I don't want to hurt Esme. But I want to get rid of her. I said, her raising my son? I want her out of both my son's life. She got to go. And what better way to get rid of her but us to doing it together? Besides, do I make you nervous? Do I make you horny? Boy, don't flatter yourself. I love her. She was like, get away from me. Don't flatter yourself. Yeah, I seen her side-eyeing him. So, they want to, he does apologize. It was some really great dialogue between them two. I'm not even going to front, especially when he kept apologizing for the Ace situation, for having the baby with her and stuff like that. And Ava, when she cut at him and said, well, Esme says it's something that she doesn't want to remember either, about their tryst and all that. So it was a beautiful dialogue. I'm happy to have Nicholas back. I can't believe Jason's coming back, guys. I am excited for General Hospital. It is about to go down. So moving along, we're at Willow. Oof. Willow gonna leave her man, guys, at least temporarily. And Willow now knows that Mike was the blackmailer. Blackmailer needed to stay away, and Mike, you was manipulating. She tells him, you were manipulating me. That you were being manipulative. And he's like, and she's like, and she was making some really, I gotta give Willow, I was proud of her. She was making some valid points. And she's like, if you really were worried about her and her being around us kids, being around me and the kids and her influence, why didn't you tell me the truth? If you were so worried, you would have told me the truth. You were just doing nothing but manipulating me. You're a manipulating bastard. He was like, well, I couldn't tell my dad because he was happy. And if I couldn't tell my dad, then I couldn't tell you. My God, Michael, you could have come with some better excuses than that. And she's like, you had no right. You had no right to keep my mother from me. You had no right to pretend to do that. You should have told me what was going on. And he was like, I was just trying to protect you. And she was like, I thought we were partners. And he was like, we are. He says, no, I lied to you. You lied to me. What kind of marriage is that? What kind of marriage is that where we're just lying to each other? We both made mistakes and we love each other. We're going to get through this, Willow. She's like, no. Nina lies are one thing, but you are my husband. You are my husband, my partner. That's way deeper. This hurts so much more. And I couldn't even be mad at her about that. I felt that. She don't love Nina. She wants to have that with Nina, but she don't love Nina. She loves, trusts, and respects her husband. And he was the one who had the biggest hurt in that. Because that's the person she was she don't trust her. She trusts him. And he let her down. And drew her right into that crazy Nina's arms. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking she's still going to be mad at Nina, though. We'll see. I don't know. And then she told him she needs some time. And he was like, okay, that's fine. We'll go back home. She said, no. I need some time. You go stay somewhere else. And I'm like, where are he going to stay? At the Quartermain Mansion? See you for lunch and breakfast? So gay. Anyway, so that's when Michael gets the call from Drew and he has to leave to go see what's going on too. So we're at Carly's place now. And Nina tells Carly that she needs to talk to her about something. It's really important. Nina's like, Carly's like, it's really late. She's like, yeah, but this is really important. And Carly actually invites her in, which I was kind of shocked by that. I was like, oh, just let her in. Okay, come on in. She didn't let her come into the foyer though. She just let her in. And Nina sees that Drew is there, and she says, oh, great, both of you here. I need to talk to both of you. This is going to be perfect. And Drew's like, hey, I'm still handling this thing, and they have a lot more questions. What do you want me to do? And Carly's like, you go ahead and handle it. I cannot deal with this. I'll take care of Nina. So he runs off to take care of Nina. I mean, to take care of to take care of whatever is going on with getting Bobby's body back home. And I'm thinking to myself, didn't you tell her that you were going to do all of this? Why are you asking her? I mean, you said you got it handled. Anyway, that's why I wish somebody else was there, but he's too busy beating up on people in churches. Moving along, Nina apologizes, and Carly asks, how did she find out? Because Carly thinking that she's talking about her mom. And Nina's like, what are you talking about? And she says, Nina starts going on the blaming thing, talking about how she was so hurt about the Willow situation. And in all rights, Carly's like, I don't want to hear this. I don't have time for this. I don't want to hear this tonight. I really don't want to hear this. And Nina just keeps talking, but no, but let me keep pushing my feelings on you. Guys, beyond a person is in obviously distress, and you're going to keep on pushing your feelings on them. She's telling you, I don't want to hear this tonight. No, but I have to tell you. That is so fucking disrespectful. Gosh, I don't even know how y'all could even think that what she does is decent. Anyway, I was just beyond anger, but I'm done making excuses. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it with you anymore either. And Carly's like, bitch, I am not your friend, and I am not your motherfucking therapist. What the fuck? And she's like, if you have something to say, just say it. And that's when Nina says, I am the one who tipped off the SEC on you and Drew. You're the reason why Drew went to jail and was taken from his daughter. Wrong, Carly. You're the reason why Drew was taken to jail and taken from his daughter. Yes, Nina snitched, but you were the cause of that. But anyway, and she was like, well, Nina slapped back and said, well, you kept me from mine. That's a motherfucker right there, I tell you. And she's like, bitch, he was almost beaten to death. And you're still the victim? They had some good lines. I mean, they were both going back and forth. I was like, go Cynthia, go Laura. I was still mad that Laura had to go through this when she was going through the passing of her mother. Because it's not just the fact that they were acting like they were mother and daughter in a show. They grew into a relationship. They had dialogue. These ladies were on a show together as mother and daughter for a very long time. So I'm sure it was really hard on Laura to do this and have to deal with this messiness of the SEC. Because I just thought that this was very inappropriate timing for me to come over here with this shit. But anywho, I digress. And she's like, he was almost beaten to death and you're still the victim. And Nina's like, listen, Linda. What I'm saying was emotions were high and there was so much hostility and pressure. I was a punching bag for your family. So I snapped. I lashed out. And Carly was like, bitch, children lash out. Little kids lash out. What you did because you wanted to hurt me. And Drew was just collateral damage. And he ain't been nothing but nice to you. Nothing but nice to you. And you almost got him killed. Side note, Carly, actually it was you. But okay. No, actually it was your baby daddy because he was the one who told him to go start asking questions. So it was you and Drew, Sonny that time they almost got him killed. And Nina's like, I didn't know the judge was going to be mean and sentence him like that. And she said, it shouldn't have happened. And Nina and Carly was like, no, it shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't have even been in this situation. And Nina's like, but you did commit a crime. Because Nina do not know how to apologize without first placing the blame of her actions on somebody else. And guys, I'm sorry, that's not an apology. An apology is apologizing regardless of what they did to you, but admitting you're wrong. Apologies do not go like, oh, you hurt me first, but I hurt you second. I hope you forgive me. That's not an apology. And if people are apologizing to you, they're not apologizing to you. Tell them to get the fuck out of your life. Moving along. And I meant what I said. I know you will never forgive me. And I'm like, damn straight she ain't gonna forgive you. I just came here to get the record straight. Why? Carly's like, why? You had no problem letting Ned take the fall for everything you did. You didn't feel terrible about that. And Nina's like, actually, I did. I felt terrible about that. And she said, not terrible enough to tell the truth. Same thing Sonny said, funny enough. Nina goes on about the guilt that was eating her alive and how she regrets all of it and how she didn't know how to fix it. And she said, and Carly's like, you didn't feel guilty. You don't got no regrets. You don't care about anybody but yourself. You got busted. When she said that and she added that head twang, you got busted. That's why you're here. And that's when, and then that's when, hold on. And she says, that's why you're here. Who knows? And she said, that's why you're here. Who knows? Who knows? And Nina says, Sonny. Of course. He's the reason why you came over here. Well, he wanted me to apologize. He's very angry. I was like, Nina is acting like this is like she burnt the biscuits or some shit. He's very angry. And Carly was like, can you blame him? You've been lying to him for months and you snitched on his family. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean for this to happen. You didn't mean to get caught. You didn't want to set things straight. You didn't come over here because you cared about apologizing to me. You came over here because you didn't want to lose Sonny. And I'm like, that's pretty much why she's there. You're selfish as fuck. You hurt people you say you care about. That's not fair. What's not fair is Drew getting his ass beat in jail. Because you had a temper tantrum. What's not fair is you showing up at my house with your fake ass apology, all because you want my baby daddy back and you want him to forgive you. You're a selfish bitch, and I hope you rot in hell. I was like, oh fuck. It's going down now. It's not going high. It's no high. It's going straight down. Oh shit, I lost myself. Where was I at? And she's, I'm trying to do the things right. I'm trying to do right things. You should be happy. When Nina said this part, I almost died. I made myself the bad guy for you. After all the horrible things you did to me, I would have decked her right then and there. Poop in the mouth. Bitch, get the fuck out my door. How Carly beat Cyrus, I would have beat that bitch. I would have beat the bricks off of Nina's ass. I don't give a damn all you Nina lovers say. If I was Carly, first of all, I don't give a damn. Nell, fuck you and Nell. Nell tried to put me in a crazy home, said she slept with my husband. Bitch, fuck her too. And if you're gonna be mad at Sonny and Jax because they both knew Nell was your kid too, and they didn't say shit, and you slobbing on my husband's balls now. Kiss my ass, bitch. The thing about Willow, yeah, you got me, but I don't give a fuck. I'm a petty bitch, so what? You want to bang, bitch? Because now you just got my man in jail. You snitched on him. Well, she didn't get him in jail. She got herself in jail. But still, girl, after what she said about making herself the bad guy for me, it would have been gloves off. I would have started taking the earrings off. No. See, Drew would have had to come and drag me off. Ooh, I would have loved that. Y'all ain't gonna tell me y'all wouldn't love that. That would have. That would have been beautiful. Right in the foyer, honey. Hair, blonde hair, just flying everywhere. They both got black on. They, Sonny and Carly both downtown at the PCPD because they didn't beat somebody's ass. That would have been good. And she says, I'm going to be really clear here. I'm getting back, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to be really clear here. I will never, ever, 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 ever forgive you. And I know you don't care. Nina don't. She had no hint of giving a fuck in her eyes. But Willow is going to see that you haven't changed and you're as toxic as ever. You'll never see Amelia and Wiley again. You wanted to make sure you wanted to make sure me and Drew suffered, and now you're gonna suffer. And I'm saying to myself, you really don't got no control, Carly, if they see Wiley and Amelia. I know it might be some time because Willow gonna be mad, but them her kids too. She has joint custody of Wiley with Michael, so she has just as much custody. So if Willow wants Nina to see them kids, she gonna see them. So I don't think, you can't say that. But then Drew walks up and Carly tells Drew what Nina did. And Drew went out of pocket. This was a little bit too much for me. I found it very uncomfortable. Y'all let me know what y'all thought on this part. And because he walks up to her and says, so what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do now? I can't hit you. And I'm like, you didn't hit Ned. You didn't threaten Ned. You didn't say that to Ned. Why are you saying that to Nina? DV Drew. What did I tell you guys? DV Drew. If I was Carly, I would have been like, so you was going to hit her? Because why would he say that? That freaked me out. I'm sorry. That DV Drew freaks me out. I don't like that. That was so wrong in his approach. Everything else I was for. But that part right there, him threatening her, because I felt like that was a threat. Drew went too far. Because he didn't threaten Ned. He didn't threaten Ned with beating his ass. Talking about he can't strike her. You didn't strike Ned, punk ass. Ooh, he need to go. Ooh, Drew need to go. Now he need to go. Anyway. He said, you're a vile. You are vile. You smiling in my daughter's face while you put her daddy in jail. Then Donna and Wiley have no idea that you tried to put Carly in jail. But they will. And she was like, no. But that's the thing. Sonny don't have no right, can't control Carly telling Donna what's going on with Nina. Dang, she ain't got no. I'm hoping that I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I really didn't even think about that part about the baby kids getting involved. This is gonna be horrible all around. But Nina's like, no, they don't need to know. He says, of course they need to know. Why shouldn't they know? They need to know that the person that who you really are, that you're disgusting. You don't even love your kids. You couldn't put your kids' first needs above your own. And any mother who loves their kids would do that. You only love the idea of being a mother and a grandmother. And that's when she's like, don't you dare stand here trying to crucify me when you both sit there and y'all ain't no saints and y'all did what y'all did. And that's when Carly's finally like, you know what? This is done. This is done. Get out of my house now. But I'm just my mother is dead. My mother is dead. And that's when Nina's like, Bobby's dead. I didn't know. You don't know. You didn't care. I don't care if you didn't care. You don't care. You don't care nothing about what's going on with me. Get the fuck out of my house. Get out! And she goes. And she says, I can't believe there's a world where Nina gets to walk around, but my mom is not in it. Oh, and you know what? Bobby definitely would have been Team Carly on this one. She would have been after Nina and giving shade to Nina like never before. Bobby was all about Carly. Moving along, we're going to go to the church now. And Cyrus tells Sonny that Nina confessed to him. And Sonny kicks his ass. That's basically what happened. Sonny warned him, stay away from me. I don't want to do this with you, Cyrus. And Cyrus keeps playing like he's a pastor or a preacher and nothing else. And Sonny strikes him, and he says, he quotes a Bible scripture to him, talking about getting stricken down and not striking back. And then Sonny starts to hit him. He keeps telling him to hit him back, and he just starts stumping him. And next thing we know, he is stumping and kicking and beating Cyrus's ass in the pulpit, just beating him bloody. And Cyrus is now at the hospital unconscious. And Sonny is at home with a bottle and a glass in a dark room. And Ava comes home and she sees Sonny sitting there, and she's like, Sonny, are you okay? And he won't say nothing, and she turns the light on and she gasps because she sees his hands bloody and there's blood on him. And she tells him that he needs to go get, where's Nina? And he says, gone. And she says, you need to get cleaned up, Sonny. Avery can't see you like this. You need to go get cleaned up. You can't let her wake up seeing you like this. So Sonny goes to clean his hands, and while he's washing his hands, there's jingling of the keys at the door, and it's crazy ass Nina coming home. And Ava meets her at the door, and she's like, what's going on? She says, Sonny. She said, yeah, he's here. Did you tell Sonny about the SEC? And Nina's like, yes, I did. She said, oh God, Nina, you can't be here right now. He is in a bad way. You got to go. And Sonny's like, Nina's like, I know, but I just need to tell him. I need to tell him that what I did. I need to tell him that I told Carly and Drew and that I apologized and everything. I need to talk to him. And Sonny sees her, and he walks up to Nina, and Nina sees his face, and Sonny has the face of hate. Pure, filtered hate. Not unfiltered hate. Just pure, unfiltered hate. And his eyes are gleaming towards her, and she feels the heat wave of hate coming at her, and tears start to coming down her face, and she's like, Sonny, I. He steps back and slams the door in her face and turns around with the heat radiating from his skin. And I'm like, damn. When you get punched by emotional hate, not by physical hate, that's way worse. It's like he just took a brick and just smashed her in the face. That's how her face was like, in the eyes. Cynthia killed that scene. She killed that scene with that one. That was her first hurt. That was her first emotion, was losing her man. Because he's not going to come around for a while, guys. I'm sorry. Sonny's going to probably get in trouble for beating up Cyrus. Because Cyrus is in the hospital, and Laura's like, what's going on? Who did this to my brother? And I thought that was kind of weird that she would ask Portia that, and Portia said he hasn't gained conscious yet, so how would they know who did it to him? But Sonny's sitting there with blood all over him, so. Side note, Nicholas is following Esme around, so I guess he's about to follow her to her apartment. Let me see. Did I miss anything, guys? At all? Let me see. I had some side notes. Nope. That's it. Nick was following Esme. Sorry guys for the long late night post. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. New subscribers, welcome to the couch. Thank you guys for giving me a chance. Thank you current subscribers for hanging tough with me. I want you guys to have a wonderful, wonderful day tomorrow, and be blessed. See you tomorrow. Mwah.